It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And Oklahoma City is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Thunder will be going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Checking out Atlanta, the goal tonight is clear: figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled, just 2-8 over their last 10. So often we talk about players we'll get to see on the floor, but Shaq, you had a chance to speak with a player in tonight's game. You met up with DJ recently. Anything you want to share?
Ernie, I was so impressed. This guy has the temperament that all greats of the NBA have. He loves basketball, and he loves music. So do I. We talked about it for hours.
Wait, you were with DJ for hours?
I sure was.
And you ain't called me? You know that's like, DJ's one of my favorite players. I'd like to hang out with him just to see what it is. It's like that now?
What had happened was the phone had fell in the pool, and I didn't get a chance to replace it.
I had no idea he was such a big country music fan.
Oh, he loves it.
I think it's time to fold him right now.
Yeah. I think a lot of people already folded him.
Hey, do you realize that with this last flight, I've flown almost 100,000 miles? I'm gonna be platinum soon.
Do you realize that we fly charter? You don't get points for that, boo-boo. How are you even calculating that?
Man.
You a special one, man.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Well, for the Oklahoma City Thunder, they won their last contest, that game against the Jazz.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Two teams tonight that love to get out and run. Brent, talk about some of the keys to being effective in the transition game.
Well, one part about transition, Kevin, is the first couple steps that anybody takes to get out on the break. I mean, there is a skill to running hard in transition, and then secondarily getting wide in the lane. So many coaches are yelling at their players about creating space by getting to the sidelines as quickly as possible. Those two things can make you pretty dynamic in the open floor.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Schroeder and Bellinelli team up in the backcourt. Muscala is out there with Collins, and it's Prince in at the small forward position.
The awareness of Russell Westbrook to locate the open man and deliver a strike, something he's developing.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays, whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. So knowing the kind of offensive team they're up against, they're coming in with the attitude they cannot let them get comfortable early.
Yeah, that's right. On D, they've got to come out with full intensity. Start slow, and they might find themselves with a big hole to dig out of.
Seems like Coach has made that crystal clear for them tonight. He's got them ready to play some very aggressive defense in this one.
Here's Bellinelli following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Now Bellinelli. He's coming off a 16-point game against Indiana.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Outside, George. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Adams' shot is off. For Atlanta, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
Now, for the Thunder last season, the first one in the AD era, that stands for after Durant, you can imagine just how devastating his departure was for the fans of the franchise. But I think Sam Presti, as the general manager, prepared themselves for Kevin Durant leaving and for Russell Westbrook to assume the reins of the team.
Now here's Prince. After the miss from Jordan, one-on-one here. Here's Patterson. It's blocked. Schroeder outside. He feeds it to Collins. Pass to Prince. Collins, a screen on George. Here's Prince. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
It's Jordan on the wing. Bellinelli is covering. Westbrook passes to Jordan. Here's the three. Westbrook, no good. The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Prince kicks it over to Schroeder. And that misses. That would have put him up. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook. Here's Bellinelli, guarded by Jordan. Collins dishes to Schroeder. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Dennis Schroeder plays the game with a real flip. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks. They've got Collins. He's out there with Mike Muscala. Prince out there with Bellinelli. And it's Delaney in at the point guard position. Here's Bellinelli. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Jordan against Collins. Jordan kicks to Patterson. Back to Jordan. 5 to shoot. To end the drought. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Delaney, the pass to Prince. He kicks to He dishes it to Collins. Oh, no good on the shot. A bit long that time. By 6. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Jazz had quite a performance. He scored 3 points and played outstanding defense. Also rebounding well to go along with the offensive play. Continue to play well and ultimately come out ahead. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in, DA. He was phenomenal for them in that game. It was fun to watch.
And not just fun for us, but it had to be fun for him as well. Everything was working, and he just seemed to enjoy and embrace every minute of it.
And I love having fun, but fun comes at a cost, and that cost is work and effort. So let's not get too far away from that tonight. He was a workhorse in this one.
Goes up again. In deep, Prince drops it in. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Bucket earned, out muscling and out hustling everybody for the rebound.
And here's Westbrook from the arc, but they get it back. Outside for Jordan. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get up.
Prince outside, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And guys, they continue a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Greg, the one thing, Anderson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done.
Just for Oklahoma City. Grant, he's checked in for McDermott, and Georgia subbed.
Oh!
You saw that.
And Talk was way the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Back to Schroeder. Floats one. The shot misses. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
In a row down, you love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head to head.
Well, they'll meet twice this season tonight, the first matchup. So
a 3. The shot off that time. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. The Hawks on top. They're up by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Involved offensively.
Good job of moving the ball and finding open men and their willing passers. And I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
It's Dave for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. And Mr. Incredible has been sensational.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
Well, we saw that in the first half, and he's constantly on the move and slipping behind the eyes of the defense to work closer to the rim.
Inside, it's Patterson and Adams. Jordan is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's George in at the 3 slot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Brent, the stretch 4. The 3 and D players. Specialties that have emerged over the years. Any other specialties you see becoming a trend?
The one that I see as a trend, Kevin, right now is the redefining of the 5 position. But think about guys like Porzingis, Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, being able to stretch a defense out at the 5 position all the way out to the 3-point line. We're redefining what it means to be a center in the NBA.
I'm sure there are traditional guys that see that and just can't believe what they're watching, huh? Guys out there that big and hitting shots.
Yeah, most of those old guys will take back to the home, Kevin. Just enjoy it while you can.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. And that one falls for Collins.
Still fresh on the minds is that 2015 season for the Atlanta Hawks when they won 60 finals, but they've never quite recaptured that magic, and most of those players are gone, so time to rebuild.
Back to Westbrook. A nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Patterson, the screen. Jordan with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Shoots from 14. Fires for 3. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Russell Westbrook. And Brent, the Hawks win total steadily diminishing over the last 2 seasons. What do you think happened?
Well, I think there's a couple of things going on. Team figured out some of what they do systematically, and then they lost a lot of the guys that were part of that team that won so many games a few years ago. So they're going to younger players that don't have as much experience, and younger players that don't have as much experience in the system. It takes a little while to get that stuff back. Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made team to lead. They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to run behind them.
And no issues with how they played. I mean, the problem simply is they just couldn't finish.
Maybe the post-game comments will be about playing a 50-minute game.
38 seconds left in the third. Delaney kicks to Plumlee. Here's 8 points for him. They double him with. Here's Delaney. Plumlee with the screen. Elbow shot. Misses off the left iron.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. They're not going to miss those all that often.
And 3 from Jordan, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight. The shot not on target. And we wrap up the third, and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter break. And stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up.
Keep playing without fouling. Everybody rebound. Get a rebound. Get a rebound.
Are asking his guys to be aggressive on both ends, but to stay smart about it and clean the glass.
Yeah, I mean, he wants them to get to the free throw line, but at the same time, wants to keep the other team from doing so. Really a tough balancing act.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Collins is out there with Muscala. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Delaney in at the 1 spot. Feeds to Collins. Prince outside. And it's off the back rim, no good. The Thunder with the lead. Westbrook dishes to Jordan. Grant up top. It's Jordan on the wing. Bellinelli is covering, and here's Westbrook from the arc. It's good on the putback, and the Thunder lead by 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Delaney, the pass to Muscala, and Bellinelli kicks to Delaney. Prince outside. Collins, a screen on Grant. Goes up at the stripe. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
The offensive rebound from the arc. Here's Patterson, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
First free throw is good. And the Thunder with some changes. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. And Georgia subbed in for Alex Abrinas. And a bit of a bittersweet question for you, Brent. We know you spent so many years with the Sonics, who eventually were uprooted and became this Thunder team. How badly would you like to see Seattle hit a basketball team again?
I think it's the NBA's mission to get back to Seattle, and under Adam Silver, he's asked questions about the return to the Emerald City, and I think it's going to happen, Kevin. If it does, I'd love to be a part of what the organization does up there. I do miss the PNW. That's the Pacific Northwest.
Hawks passing it around. There's a screen. Collins dishes to Prince. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City, and the dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, good job with the anticipation, and then the quick hands results in points off the break.
Sometimes you calculate the risks, and he did it there, but couldn't have turned out any better.
The Hawks making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Jordan. And Brent, when some guys slam it home, they treat it like a normal play. Who are some of the guys that use the dunk as a tactic to fire up their teammates?
Well, I think we have some guys who are really spectacular when they finish, Kevin. Certainly anytime Blake Griffin gets to the rim, or DeAndre Jordan, where seemingly his head's up in there and slams it down, it fires up the crowd. But most of the time, it's the little guys that get you going the most. On the fast break, all of a sudden the ball gets to somebody on the wing, and to watch a little guy get up in the air with somebody underneath him and throw it down, that gets everybody off the bench and fired up.
So unexpected, Brent. That's a great point. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Outside, George. And there's the feed to Jordan. And then slammed in by Jordan.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Now, that's the attack mindset with which they entered the game with, and I wouldn't expect them to let up now.
Westbrook against Schroeder over Westbrook, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
Jordan the pass to Westbrook. Outside, George back to Westbrook from the arc. Rebound by Muscala. The Hawks trail by 13. Schroeder outside and stolen by Jordan. For three, Westbrook. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Time running out for the Hawks. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. And Bellinelli kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Bellinelli. They need this. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Bellinelli's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Thunder.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jordan.
Well, he could not be stopped on offense. Super efficient tonight. There wasn't a lot the defense could do.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Jordan's checked in. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he makes the first. And so Jordan nails both of them.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. I like the fact that he took his time at the line and simply did what he does, practice his routine and seal it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Babbitt with the three. And no good that time. Outside Jordan. Elbow shot is on the way. That shot, no good. Outside for Felton. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Fantastic game. Listen, Ernie and the guys want to talk to you at the studio.
Let's do it.
You know the drill.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to catch up with our special post-game guest.
Hey, it's Kenny. You were just lighting it up on the offensive end. Were you looking for your shot out there or just playing within the offense?
Well, I feel like I just happened to be in the right place at the right time in a lot of our offensive sets. You know, our offense does a good job of creating looks for everyone on the floor, and you know, I was just lucky enough to find open space more often than not, Kenny.
Well, good job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I will.
And that's going to do it for tonight. For Kenny, for Shaq, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he is. This is Ernie Johnson saying good night. We'll see you again soon.